Welcome back to the Legend Experience, y'all. And I just want to say big shout out to y'all for giving me the 300 subscribers because that was my goal for the month of January. But this next month, I want to get up to like 450, 500 subscribers, y'all. So make sure that y'all in them comments, commenting, liking it up, and subscribing, y'all. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe right now, baby, because we getting a lot of episodes of Baddies, so y'all be getting a lot of Baddies content. Also, I've been doing Mean Girls, season 2 from Now That's TV, and I've been doing RuPaul's Drag Race fashion reviews, and they're going to be linked in the comments below, whenever they get uploaded as well. But anyway, let's get into this Baddies Midwest review. This episode was a little boring. But we still got a couple of things to talk about. So the episode opens up with Rolly versus Slim, and they're just arguing back and forth. And Slim said she's only going to say yes and agree to the assistant thing because that's the only way that she's going to be here. So she's going to say yes. And Natalie said, okay, I just want to know if you verbally agreed or not because, I'm a businesswoman and I like contracts involved and all that. And they moved past all that. And then she asks DTB what was going on with her because the other night in the van, DTB was over there crying and stuff because she just had a lot on her heart, a lot on her mind, and she was just very sensitive. And DTB said that her aunt is really sick and she's going through a lot and she doesn't want to stay here because I guess her aunt is at the point to where there's no medical attention that any of like the doctors or nurses can do. Is just like a wait and see what's happened, and anything can happen. So she wants to be there for her family and be in support of her auntie. So Diamond Body starts crying and she says she wants to leave. And I honestly love this moment in the episode, especially with the editing of the girls hugging her and giving her love and them laughing and giggling and trying to uplift her. It was such a sweet moment, such a good moment. And I don't know. It's just I like seeing this side of the baddies. With all of the fighting, all the clubbing and stuff, you get to see the human side of them. You get to humanize them and see their vulnerability, and it kind of touches your heart. But they say goodbye to Diamond and everything, and she has her little exit. And then Natalie announces that Emma was given a second chance and that she is born and she gotta go home. Motherfucking clap. I'm tired of that bitch. Good night. Goodbye. She got a second chance and she didn't use that motherfucking second chance. The only thing that she gave was wallpaper. She was the fucking lamp. She was the lamp fucking shade because the light wasn't motherfucking on. I'm glad that bitch gone. Good night. Goodbye. Fucking Emma. Fuck you. And then Natalie goes on to announce the next few girls that's up for elimination. And she said Summer is up for elimination because she's reckless behind the scenes. And a lot of the stuff that she be just doing is just out of control. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first was getting to know Summer, I thought Summer was 21, 22. So that's why I was like, okay, she funny. She is funny. And I was just like excusing a lot of the stuff that she was doing because I'm like, okay, she's young. She's young. And like we're around the same age. So let's kiki, let's hee, let's laugh. Like she will grow out of that. But the fact that this bitch is 28 and doing this shit, it's kind of weird, Summer. It's kind of weird. Girl, grow up, act your age. I did not realize you was 28 until somebody told me. Girl, I could have sworn you was 21, 22, acting like this. Like, now, going back and just watching a lot of the scenes, I'm looking at you weird now. Now knowing your age. I don't know. Very weird. Also, they said Jaden is up on the chopping block, which she should be. And then Natalie drops a surprise and says Jela is up on the chopping block. Why is Jayla on the motherfucking chopping block? Like, out of all the OGs, Jayla shouldn't be the one on the chopping block. It should definitely be Tesehki, Biggie, Scotty. I mean, there's plenty of options other than Jayla that should be on the chopping block. And anybody who called Jayla out, she stood on business, and she is a staple to me. But I don't understand why she said that Jayla is on the chopping block, and Natalie's saying that the OGs got to step it up, which I do agree. The OGs do got to step it up, but also some of the OGs, not all of them, paved the way for some of these girls to be on there. So some of them are doing just enough, but some of the OGs do need to step up because the newbies are definitely carrying the show. I agree with that. Biggie said that you're trying to embarrass them in front of the new girls or whatever. And she said you wanted people to step up. How about Natalie? You step up. So Natalie said that she's giving out another baddie chain because she just feels like she's in the spirit of giving. She thinks it's motherfucking Christmas. And Big Lex got the baddie chain. And then that's when Anna was like, good thing you're acting more classy and not trashy. And she was talking to Summer. And Big Lex was like, who are you talking to? And Anna said, no, I'm not talking to you. I said it was well deserved for you. I'm talking to the one with the pink wig on, the pink bob. And Anna definitely was checking Summer, and Summer didn't say shit, or they edited to Summer's not saying shit. But I'm just surprised that Summer didn't say nothing. But Anna did say that Nat is giving out these baddie chains every day, and the value of it goes down because, like, what's the point of getting the baddie chain when everybody has it? So just take our baddie chain because it means nothing. And I definitely agree with this because not everybody deserves a baddie chain. Like a baddie chain was supposed to be like a rarity type of thing. It's supposed to be like something, a goal that is hard to obtain. But it's like, oh, you could do anything and get a baddie chain. Like you could pop your shit, talk your shit, and fight and look cute and get your baddie chain, and that's all it takes. And I just feel like the girls are getting it too fast. Like they should wait until the end of the season in order to give out baddie chains. Probably like I'll say three baddie chain a season. Like give it to the girls at the end who did the most at the season and do it like that so that way it has more of a meaning to it, because doing it the way that they're doing it is just like, oh, this is a souvenir at this point for your experience on Baddies. It's not even something that you really need to go that hard for. It's a souvenir like at Disney. Maybe I'm about to go to the souvenir shop and buy it at this point. But the next scene is Big Lex and Jazz saying goodbye to Emma, the Casper the Ghost. They were saying goodbye to her, and she said her dad is having surgery this week, so it's perfect timing. And then Ivory comes to say bye, and then Emma does her official goodbye, and I'm happy about it. Good night, goodbye, bye your life. But then the next scene is some of the newbies and some of the OGs and Akbar, and they're catching up. And Rolly asks them what happened on the bus, and Dolly gets to explaining, saying that Summer wasn't gonna be on that, and she wasn't gonna pressure or press Slim because she didn't want to keep messing with the girl because obviously they ain't had no issue. But Slim got on the bus, popping her shit, so that's when Summer turned up and was popping her shit back. So Summer and Dolly are just explaining their viewpoint on Slim and how the whole situation got out of hand. And then Albark said it looked like Slim was getting bullied on because everyone kept ganging up on her. And Summer and Dolly was like, they don't think that it was bullying because she was basically popping her shit and asking for it. And then that's when Slim entered the scene. And then Ivy said, yes, she is here to be Rolly's assistant, but she shouldn't take getting bullied or talked down to. And then Summer said that Slim tried talking tough and um, just trying to be a baddie, I guess, and talk her shit and pop her shit in front of everybody. And but when she's around Rolly, she be acting all quiet and stuff. And so she feels like if she's gonna be here, she should be everybody assistant and not just Rolly assistant because, bitch, you are demoted to just assistant. And Ivory said this is getting weird because Slim is here to be Rolly's assistant, but she's not here to be belittled by all the other girls. And she's basically saying like, I'm not about to be included in that group of belittling Slim because Slim was here before us. Like she was on Baddie South. Like she kind of paved the way for us. And Ivory said she really likes Slim and she's not going to do that to her. And in this moment, I'm liking this side of Ivy. Like, why can't you act like this on Now That's TV too? Like, why don't we get this side of Ivory? Like, I feel like if I am a first time viewer of Ivory and this is my only view of Ivory, I would definitely like Ivory. But I still don't like Ivory because I know Ivory. But in this moment, I have to give her 8.5s because I can never give her 10s because I don't like that bitch. But I have to give her 8.5s because she said some real shit in here because y'all bitches are out here ganging up on her and bullying her just because Rolly said, oh, it's okay, or yes, it's okay to do it. But y'all not standing on principles of that shit is weird. Like that girl doesn't deserve to be treated like that just because one person has an issue with her. And I love Ivory for that. I love that she said that and spoke up for Slim because not a lot of other people was doing that. I only really heard her and Albark say something directly on the show about it. But Rolly said she can send anybody home at any time, and she was just getting mad about everybody having sympathy for Slim, and she said there's no Slim sympathy for her at all because of what she did. And basically, Rolly just starts lying down and trying to make it seem like Slim was just this horrible and bad person, and Slim gets upset and leaves because she said, "Fuck that! I'm not about to sit here while this bitch is lying or whatever." Because the truth be told, Slim didn't start the shit. Rolly started it. Rolly, you started it because you were trying to defend Gretchen because all the stuff of what Slim was doing at the Baddies South and crashing out and shit, y'all had gotten over and y'all had apologized, y'all had made up. When the beef started back up, it was on Baddies Caribbean because you were defending Gretchen. And then you said basically fuck her dead daddy. And then that's when she said fuck your son. So like if we're gonna talk about it, let's hold your hand and let's hold you accountable. The next thing is a scene that I really don't really care about because they go outside and they go visit some of the farm animals and they're talking about missing Diamond the body. And then they also told Jaden that she was going home and that she was well, she wasn't going home. She's on chopping block, but she going home. You gotta speak it into existence. That bitch going home, and I need her to go home. And Jaden and Biggie go back at it, but Jaden basically saying like she doesn't know people like that, so it's harder for her to show her personality or open up a little bit. And Anna basically kind of like co-signed with that because she was like, yeah, when you're around all the other girls, you are quiet, but when it's me and you, we have a good time and fun time. And Nunu and Anna start going back and forth about their situation or whatever. But Nunu says she's going to leave Anna alone, basically. But she says she still feels like Biggie wants that smoke. And Anna said they could talk about their issue alone or whatever. But she said because it went deeper than the whole her versus Mariah thing because all the social media stuff. Because they both definitely was talking about each other on social media. But I definitely do think Anna took it too far on the social media shit. Because there's just some things that you don't say and don't do, especially when it pertains to people, families. So I don't agree with Anna when it comes to that at all. As much as I do love her, that it just took too far. So at that point, their fight after that was warranted because of the things that they both said about each other. But Biggie says she don't care, and it's basically fuck Nunu. But everybody's telling her to chill because they got to go ride the horse and they can save this conversation for later. And then the next scene is Nat versus Jayla, and they have a sit down. And Jayla said, "The world knows her, and she deserves more respect than what she's getting right now." And Natalie said, basically that she basically said that Jayla be being boring, and she said like when they go out to the club, Jayla's just not doing enough. And it was like, so Jayla, is this how you will host a booking or whatever? And Jayla basically opens up and starts breaking down. She said that she already knew that there was people who didn't want her to be there, so it makes it hard for her to show up. And she said she feels like she's been counted out. And honestly, it's really fuck a lot of the fans because a lot of the fans hate Jayla for no fucking reason. And y'all mad at Jayla saying that she dragged it with Gretchen, but Gretchen kept saying nigga. So it's not dragging it. It's standing on her principle of saying, bitch, stop saying nigga. And a lot of people always bring up Mariah and Slim, and it's the way that Gretchen went about it. When they told Gretchen, don't say nigga or whatever, Gretchen said, I don't give a fuck. That was what made Gretchen get punched and got beat up. And that's what y'all not understanding. If Gretchen would have went about and been like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that that's how y'all felt about it, I won't say it no more, and apologize off ripped and not said it anymore, there wouldn't be no beef. There wouldn't be no issue. It's the fact that Gretchen was disrespectful about it and don't care. And the fact that there's a lot of black people out there defending her and standing up for her is just fucking weird. And it's Black History Month. You bitches are fucking weird at the end of the fucking day. And Jayla don't deserve the amount of hate that she's getting. You bitches are weird at the end of the day. And that said, fuck what the fans say because they drag her and they talk about her chin and everything, but she's still number one on TikTok at the end of the day. And I agree, you gotta just basically say fuck what people say about you because people still go think what they think about you. The last part of this episode was just them going through a corn maze. There wasn't really much to talk about, I guess, for me personally, because I really didn't watch this part of the episode because it wasn't really interesting to me. But after they go through that little core maze, that's when they went on the hayride. And Anna said, Summer, this is your last hayride. And I basically basically Nat gets to asking like who are the girls getting close to, and Lex says she likes Tinka and she's getting really close with Tinka, and a few other girls agree with that. And then Pretty P said that she likes Anna and she's getting close with Anna. And then Summer said, well, Jayla, we know you haven't been getting close to anybody. And then Jayla responds said, well, we know you haven't been getting close to anybody. And then baby hairs are ugly as fuck. She said, I hate them baby hairs. And then Summer said, you got a broom stuck up your ass and you think you're better than everybody, basically. And Jayla said, you ain't got no motherfucking class with no motherfucking coof, and you with that crunchy ass wig and some ugly, tacky ass, cheap ass clothes. And they are going back and forth or whatever. And then Jayla said, I don't give a fuck what you motherfucking saying, bitch. And they just arguing stuff. And at this point, I think Summer is just nitpicking to start a new storyline with Jayla, so that way she could stay. And maybe Jayla is probably doing that to stay too. So they're trying to decide who is the baddie that should stay. But Jaden is going home, y'all. So Summer and Jayla, I don't know why y'all even fighting. And Summer, I don't know why you even starting with Jayla, because there's no reason to start with Jayla. Like, why do you have such an issue with Jayla? Y'all really haven't even been around each other that much for you to have an issue with her. It's weird. Okay, so then next episode we get Jayla versus Summer extended argument on the hayride, and then also we see Summer and Jayla boxing. I already saw this live in person, and I'm gonna just say Jayla motherfucking won. At the end of the day, Summer can't fucking fight. That bitch was windmilling. And then Natalie said, "Be ready to get your fat ass whooped to Biggie." And I think this is when Stunner Girl is coming. She might be coming. She might make an appearance, y'all. Stunner Girl. I don't like her though. I don't like Stunner Girl. Not because of personality wise or anything, because I think she's weird as fuck for what she did to that girl and locking her in that cage and terrorizing her. Like that shit's weird as fuck. I can never like fully like anybody that did that shit. Like that shit was weird. But Stunner Girl is good for the show. She's an entertaining character for the most part. So for that, I am excited to see her, but not because I like her, because I like the entertainment on the show. And then Biggie basically got demoted and she's not riding on the jet anymore. And then on the jet, they're talking about Slim. So next week seems like another boring episode. So we're going to tune into that, I guess. But nonetheless, y'all, thank you for tuning in again. Make sure that y'all like and comment. Maybe y'all have some different opinions for me. Maybe y'all agree with who's on the chopping block. But if y'all don't agree who's on the chopping block, put y'all top three people who should be on the chopping block below in the comment and give me a little reason of why you think they should be on the chopping block. But nonetheless, y'all make sure that y'all like, comment, subscribe, and be on the lookout for my Mean Girls review and the Fashion RuPaul Drag Race review.